One thing we seriously need to leave in 2024 is you tapping with me ass bitches. You got these people going to jail behind a hotel room. And to the people who are tapping in, seek help in 2025.
One thing we're suffering from in this generation and this day and age is critical thinking and comprehension. Because what do you mean you thought your friend was giving you a half-off flight?
Half-off flights is the dumbest thing I ever heard. How are people really falling for half-off flights? Like, how do you think you're going to get over on United, Delta, American? Like, are you stupid?
Say it ain't so, say it ain't so. I know we're not that slow. Let me know in the comments if you know anybody who's a victim or a suspect in this situation. I know plenty of people who got caught up in this type of situation, and I'm going to tell you like this. Hey, you gotta pay like you weigh. If not, I'm gonna tell you like this. You will see those shiny bracelets. You don't want them shiny bracelets for trying to take a vacation, right? It's not the right way to go about it. Vacation over, vacation done, man down. All right, now, there's a new trend going on called half-off flights. Well, I know we're not that slow because people for some reason act like they're not doing anything wrong until it comes to the very day of the flight. They start to get the bubble guts. They start to get the nervousness. You understand? So if you aren't doing anything wrong, why are you so scared for? Why are you so scared? Let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. People must have lost their critical thinking mind. I mean, I guess ignorance is bliss. But one thing the law never excuses, right, is ignorance. Make sure you never forget that right there. With that being said, make sure you hit that like button. Definitely subscribe to the channel and also hit the notification bell. Let's help this channel grow.
So let me get this straight. You want to plan a girl's trip from Atlanta, Georgia to Cambodia. And you look up the tickets through Delta, $1,500. And you say, you know what? That's too much. But you in this Facebook group, and Asia in this Facebook group say she can get you a half-off flight, right? So instead of you paying $1,500, you pay $750. You get to the airport, you confused because they tell you to step out the line and now the police coming. Now you looking confused. I don't understand what you're confused about. Asia don't work for the airline. Asia took your $750, pocketed that money, used somebody else's credit card to purchase those tickets. I don't understand, like, every couple of months y'all be into some scheming, scamming shit and be so confused when they finna haul your ass off. Like, I don't understand. We can't be the new adults. Listen, the fact of the matter is this. The point of the matter is this. You get a half-off flight, but you go to whole jail. That's it.
The other night, I got arrested at the airport because I was doing a half-off flight. When y'all see people posting half-off flights, no. It ain't no half-off bail when that bail is up there. So basically, the day before yesterday, before I had called my flight, before I even had booked my flight, I seen that the flight was $849. I'm not finna pay $849. Or at least not right now, I'm not. Holidays, no, I'm not. So I seen this dude, he been posting half-off flights for the whole past year. I've been following him for a minute. I've been seeing that people actually been getting the flights done and doing what they needed to do. But like it always go, God always got to show an example with me. He always got to show the example with me. I'm always the one he gonna show it with. So I'm walking up in the airport. I get through the security, everything, boarding pass, woo. So now as I get up to the gate, like we about to start boarding, I showed her my boarding pass. She starts telling me it's saying the boarding pass was refunded or no. She couldn't find, this is how it went at first. She said she couldn't find the boarding pass. The boarding pass is not uploading, like it's not coming up. Is there anything else I can show her? Some type of shit like that. So now I'm like, no, this is all I can. Like, what are you talking about? So then she ends up telling me that I need to go to the front desk. Like I need to go to the American Airline people part and ask them what's going on so they can have the ticket printed out or some shit like that. So as I'm walking up there, I start noticing that I see two police officers like not too far behind from me. But I'm thinking like they just there for security measures and shit like that. It's the airport. So now, as I get up to the front desk, I'm asking the lady like, you know, what's going on with my ticket. She starts asking me for my confirmation number and all of that. So I'm giving her my confirmation number. I'm giving her everything she needs. Next thing you know, the officers come walking right up behind me asking me, hey, are you stated my name? And I said yes. And they asked me if I was having any issues with booking my ticket, like with my ticket being booked. I said, yes, I do. For some reason, I can't board right now. Then they go and say, was the card you used under your name? I just said, no. I had a friend book it for me. They ended up saying, well, we need you to get that friend on the phone right now so we can confirm that this is his card numbers, because as of right now, it's pushed back for fraudulent activity, so that's why you're not able to get on your flight. So now I'm blowing up his phone. Nothing's going through. Like, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck was really this half-off flight shit. And after like 15 minutes of him not answering, they sat there with me. They told me that I had to put my hands behind my back and that I was getting arrested for some fraud shit and identity theft. And yeah, I just got off this morning, but that half-off flight shit, this is not valid.
I mean, honestly, how dumb you gotta be to really fall for something like this? Half off flights? Really? Where's the other half at? Who's paying that other half? I mean, why are you not asking, where's this deal coming from? Obviously, they're gonna use stolen credit card. Obviously, guess what? You're gonna be on a paper trail. And if you do this days in advance, you're gonna get caught. It seems like the only way some people are getting by with this is when they book it the day of or right then and there. But even that right there raises red flags sometimes. Or maybe now they're gonna be on point, and anybody who buys a ticket the same day of, they're probably gonna start flagging them now. When I tell you we cause our own demise, this is just ridiculous. I don't know what people are thinking about, but to go on the airport and get arrested is embarrassing for trying to get a half-off flight. You got to use your critical thinking. You got to think for yourself, baby.
Travel, but it has been my literal goal to see it that my people travel, but some of y'all need to stay in the house. Because what do you mean half-priced flight and immediately you didn't think scam? Just like there's no such thing as halfway crooks, there is no such thing as a half-price flight that's not going to get you thrown in jail. And I'm not understanding how it is that people play around with airports, airplanes, because that is federal ground.
I always say one thing we're suffering from in this generation and this day and age is critical thinking and comprehension. Because what do you mean you thought your friend was giving you a half-off flight, then the cops stopped you and you walked towards the cops and told them what you did and then called this scammer to try to get him to verify the card? What do you mean? Because the one thing I'm trying to figure out is, one, how you didn't know your quote-unquote friend was a scammer, and two, if your ticket got canceled and they said it, why would you walk to the desk toward the police? We really got to get it together. I don't know if we need to reconstitute like common sense training or something, but we're lacking common sense in 2024. And I think we need to go to the new year with some new common sense. Because if it ain't from Orbitz, Expedia, Priceline, Google Flights, I don't want the flight. Even y'all be using skip lag, and that is illegal. Are we being for real right now? Half off flights?
All right, old girl right here about to blow up the spot. She about to give you the sauce. She gonna give you the motion. She's gonna break down exactly how to get a half off flights. For those who can't critically think for themselves and are just falling victim to the dumbness, check what she got to say out right now.
Okay, this is a good one. I forgot about this one too. But okay, when they do half off bills, all they do is get this is what they'll do. They'll either just make up a fake checking account number or use one that don't have no money in it and pay your bills with an e-check so it appears that it's been paid until the check returns. That's one. Two, they might go buy some card numbers or use some stolen credit card numbers and pay your bill with somebody else's credit card, and it appears like it's paid until that person disputes the payment, but they already got your half the money. And then third thing, they might steal somebody's checking account information and it won't be made up, or it won't be an account without any money in it. It'll be a real account and it might have some money in it, but one of two things can happen. They don't know whose account it is, so they don't know if it got money in it or not. And if it does have money, the check will go through until they go through the dispute process with their bank and reverse the payment. So half off bills is a major scam too. Like, you're not going to get your bill paid. Like I said, sometimes the bill will go through if they use a credit card or a checking account that has money in it. But 9 times out of 10, that account information is stolen. every now and then you'll find somebody that did like a credit sweep or something and got their own credit cards and want to do it that way. But you got to think about it. That's very far and few between, because if they have a credit card with access to all this money, they're just going to go spend a credit card. They be doing that because they don't have access to the physical card to go spend money. So that's their way of getting money off of it. And if you don't believe me, look up Dwayne from American Gangster Trap Queens. He used to do fraud. He said he used to work at a hotel. They used to steal people card information, and they used to go buy plane tickets with it for people, charge a half off. They used to pay people bills half off, pay for people trips and charge them half off. That's been something. And a lot of times people work at hotels or they'll steal information from other places. The more you know.
Y'all, I done messed around and then got caught up in the rabbit hole or down the rabbit hole, whatever, of all of this half off stuff. Y'all getting half off of flights and hotel rooms and bills, all of this stuff. These people are scamming for y'all, and everybody who's making a video is making it post bail. Y'all are going to prison. Said that these people, the police are waiting for these people at the airport ticket counters, banging on hotel doors, asking for the proper authorization of credit cards used. And they are on to y'all. Let me tell you something. People know when their stuff is missing because we don't make enough. You steal my identity, and then I don't listen. You in jail. Highest extent of the law. Prosecute them.
See, to go on Facebook and call these people a half off plug, I mean, let's be serious. Facebook? Really? The CIA controlled network? Are you really telling me about a platform that's highly surveillance by the alphabet boys? You're going on there to scam? Oh, listen, if you think you're going to erase something and it goes away, you about to be shit out of luck.
All right, so I don't know if this is a thing everywhere else, but I know in Miami, it's this thing where you'll see people on Facebook and they'll say, oh, I got half off plugs. So when they say that, they mean like half off on tickets, so like events, Airbnb, certain bills, certain credit cards, whatever, right? And I just kind of feel like the scam is a bit old for people to still be getting got. Like, y'all know what the fuck really be going on. They use people stolen credit card information or account information to pay this stuff. And then y'all use it on dumbass shit like FPL. Like, them people not gonna come get their money back. Like, them people not gonna cut your lights off and tell you to go pay at a store location. Now your account all fucked up. Now you got about to get put out on rent. Now your tickets decline because it's all fraudulent. Why y'all still getting got like that? And then y'all get on Facebook and get to crying like, that was my last. How could you take this away from my baby? That was her Christmas gift. That was her this and that. Oh my God, that was all the rent money I had. If your rent was $1,500, what made you think you was gonna get away with paying $750? Now you put out.
Now this one's kind of odd right here. This girl's gonna explain to you how she used the half off method for Uber. Supposedly people are using this for bills, electricity bills, rent. I hope not your mortgage, because you don't want to play with that right there. But it's a lot of bills people are trying to cut in half, and let's just say these things are going to pop back up. However, I don't know how it works if you close out the account, if they can reopen it. But I'm telling you right now, you guys are playing with fire. This is the dumbest game ever to be playing with right here. The only people who's winning right here is the one who's finessing you. The one who you giving the cash, they're the one who's eating. That's it.
So I keep seeing everybody talk about the things that they would not get with the half off people. Like, they're saying they wouldn't get flights, they wouldn't pay their bills, they wouldn't do this, and that, and they'll only get Ubers, etc., etc. But let me tell you this, T. Your girl almost got arrested getting a half off Uber, y'all. They people almost got me. Almost was like. So one day I was trying to go into the city. I live in New York. I was trying to go into the city, and I live in Brooklyn. So if anybody knows, like, Uber into the city is probably like where I live at, probably run me like a good $60-$70. So I was like, let me try my little half off Uber. I usually never get them that far. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't be too much on them because they do too much for me. I don't like to wait in 2 hours to get my Uber. Like, nigga, I want to go. Like, so I hit my Uber person up. I'm talking to them. Them niggas rude as hell. They don't really hold a conversation. It's just straight to the details. Cool, I sent him the bread. I probably paid half the price, so like $40. And he's like, cool, wait, I'm gonna send somebody. So I probably wait, 45 minutes to an hour like them niggas always do. He tells me my Uber's outside, and then when I get outside, the Uber canceled. First red flag. So now he keep trying to give me an Uber. We on like Uber number 3. Cool, this shit finally comes. So I get into the Uber, you know, my cute little fit, thinking shit is fine and fucking dandy. And we don't get nowhere but 2 blocks away from my house, and somebody's calling the Uber. Like, so the Uber driver answered the phone, and there's this man, I can hear the person on the other line like going off, like, oh, whoever you have in an Uber, this is not their car, this is not their account, somebody hacked my account, whoever's in that Uber, you need to kick him out the Uber, kick him out the Uber. So now the Uber driver turns around and looks at me and was like, I don't know who this is, somebody keeps calling me saying that this is their card, and somebody's charging their car for Uber. I'm like, charging their car for Uber? Sir, I'm pleading my case. I'm like, this is my Uber, sir. Whoever's calling you, they trying to hack my account. This is my Uber. Like, I just paid that woman how much bread? It's no way this Uber driver is about to not take me to my destination. Like, so boom, the Uber driver hangs up on him. Cool, we continue driving. Whatever. The man keeps blowing up his phone. So now the Uber driver answers the call, and he's like, you know what? He stops the car and he pulls over. So now I let him pull over, but now I'm just sitting there like, what the hell's going on? So the driver gets off the phone with whoever he's on the phone with, because then he starts talking another language. I think he called one of his friends, whatever. And he turns to me and say, listen, I don't think I'm gonna continue this ride. So now me and Papi Chulo, we going back, because I'm like, sir, what do you mean you're not gonna finish this ride? I'm only 5 blocks away from my house. I paid for this Uber already. I don't know who's calling you, but this is my account and this is my Uber. Now the Uber driver is super confused. So the next time that the person calls, he puts them on speaker for me to hear what he's dealing with. So he puts them on speaker, and the person on the phone is like, man, I'm gonna call the cops. This is fraud. They're using my Uber account, this and that. And I'm staying the fuck silent. He's telling the Uber driver needs to drop me off at the precinct. Precinct over a half off Uber. So now I'm here at precinct and all the red flags is up, because I'm like, so you know what? Y'all can have this Uber. And I proceed to get myself out the Uber, but guess what? The Uber guy is like, no, if you say that this is your cab, I don't mean to inconvenience you. Like, you know, I'm going to take you to your destination. I'm going to just stop answering my phone. So I'm like, yes, sir. Like, this is my cab. And I'm just so mad at how inconvenienced I was. And, you know, you pulled over to the side of the road. I felt very unsafe. Like, I just want to get to my destination. Like, I'm copying all types of pleas, all types of lies. Like, so I say all of this to say, y'all keep saying y'all gonna use those half off Ubermen for Ubers. Baby, they cracking down on those too. Like, how the hell the man who credit card it was get a hold of the Uber account? Like, I thought they ran the Uber accounts and they used the pieces. You know what I mean?
This half off shit is tearing y'all ass up. Half off rooms, half off flights, going to jail behind this shit. It's tearing y'all ass up. At this point, just pay full price. This half off shit is turned into the most expensive shit ever. Like, just pay.
Hey, listen, man. The reason y'all half off flights is not going through is because y'all booking them too far in advance. You know what I mean? Take it from me. I am a frequent half off flight purchaser. You know what I'm saying? We'll just say that. You feel me? And mine's bust every time. You know what I mean? I never have no problems. You wanna know why? Because I'm booking that flight the same day I'm leaving. Like, damn near, I'm driving to the airport, booking the flight type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how you got to move with that. And let's just start with this. Like, I can't believe a lot of y'all so naive. Like, you know what I mean? That's the thing that get me about people. Because if anybody coming to you with some half off anything, you got to know it's some extra stuff going on in the game. You know what I mean? I can't believe that you just like, oh, you want to just do me this favor? Like, why do anybody want to do you a favor?
Critical thinking is at an all-time low, because what do you mean half off flights? So for those people that don't understand what this whole half off flights thing is, how it works, I just found this out today, is that the person, the agent, scammer, books tickets using a stolen credit card, right? Let's say they booked the ticket for $1,000, right? They sell that stolen ticket to another person for $500. So in order for you to get the $500 ticket, you gotta pay the scammer $500, which means they are going away with $500 cash, right? The credit card is stolen, so eventually the credit card is going to be reported as fraud. So then the passenger that bought the ticket, Boo Boo the fool over here, is gonna go to the airport, and there is going to be airport police waiting at their fucking gate, waiting for them to scan the boarding pass. Why? Because it's fraud. I need people to use your common sense. Why during holiday season, one of the highest flying times of the year, literally November to January, is the highest flying time of the year besides summer. How is it that you are able to get 50% off of a flight, but the only person that can get you get you on a flight for half off is some random bitch on the street or Instagram or your cousin that be doing some shicey shit? You saw that shit and you believed it? Really? Like, you really believed that shit? You really believed it? So now you at the gate, because I just saw one where the guy was like, oh, I was at the gate, and they were like, oh, your boarding pass is not showing up. You need to go to the ticket counter. So that he goes to the ticket counter. Guess what? Police is waiting for him. Y'all are playing with federal charges. The airline is federal. Anything you do at the airport is federal.
Now, everything she said is valid. Everything she's saying. You do not want to play with the federal administration. Do you understand what I'm telling you? You don't play with them. You will be on a no-fly list. And a no-fly list lasts a couple of years. Or should I say, maybe 7 years, 10 years? Y'all let me know in the comments. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you don't want to be on that. Once you can't fly, you stuck wherever you are. Or you're going to be staying in the U.S. because the only way to leave this country, maybe you might be able to do a cruise or two, but I don't like cruises. Too many rules and regulations. I like to be freely, you know what I mean? With that being said, make sure that if you watch this video, you don't go out there playing yourself looking for half off anything. Make sure you get your paper together so you can pay what you got to pay. You understand what I'm saying? With that being said, hey, listen, if you like what you saw, consider hitting that like button. Definitely subscribe to the channel and also hit the notification bell.